recordings that I did with the Switch.
Oh, okay.
From the Kirby.
Right. Why
Yeah.
is that so quiet? Did gain get turned way down? No, it's all the way down. We've always had it all the way down, though, haven't
Yeah.
we? Yeah. Okay.
It should be pretty
That's
good.
fine. You'll peek it later anyway.
What the fuck?
I know.
Welcome, everyone, to the side table. Number 10.
Is it number 10?
Yeah, number 10.
Woo!
Boom.
10 of these.
This would be number 11, but, yo, I got super sick last time we were scheduled to record.
So we took a week off.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I would have went through and did it.
Would have been miserable, though.
It would have been very... I mean, I'd done it before.
I know, but...
But this time it was, like, stomach stuff.
Oh, so, yeah.
So I was like... we would do an episode and I'd be like... I
have to go puke for a second.
Shit real quick.
Or that.
Yeah. It was a lot of, like... My stomach was so upset. I just had to, like, keep shitting. You know?
Yeah.
Versus... shitting and puking, but it hurt so much that I felt like I had to puke.
Right. Do you see the shadows looking in on us?
Oh yeah.
When I pulled into your driveway, somebody had a flat tire out on the road.
Oh, that guy on the side?
Yeah.
I drove by.
Somebody had stopped and was helping him.
Oh,
so I
okay.
didn't, I don't have any tools with me.
I don't either, so I'm glad I didn't stop by.
Right.
But like when I was driving back from dropping Katie's purse off, I was driving. I was gonna pass him, but while I was passing him, another car was coming, so I was slowed down.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I hope the guy doesn't think I'm helping him. Yeah.
No, there's somebody helping him. He looked like he had the donut on already and was tightening it down.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have any tools to
to do that anyway.
To assist the man, so I'm glad I didn't.
They looked like they had it under control.
It sucks. I did feel like though I after I dropped that pizza off at Family Video Day for you, I thought I had a flat tire because all the ice is melted away, so now all the potholes are shown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I hit one where I didn't think it would be there because all the ice has been covered it. And I hit it, and then it just felt weird. I'm like, oh, God.
Right, what did I break?
It. And then I checked, and I was good.
That's good.
But no, those suckers suck.
They're pretty brutal here. You've lost a couple. You lost the strut on Ethel to one.
And I lost a
tire on another one.
Yeah.
Sarah lost both the rear struts on her car when she had it to pothole.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. They're really bad.
They're like, you can just like easily sink into like an 8-inch deep pothole.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
They hit hard.
They hit hard, especially when you're going like 40 or 50 or they're filled with water and you can't see it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's how I got that one when we lived on at the trailer
house.
Is it blended in with the ground. So when I hit it and it just
didn't make any, attempt to like slow down or avoid it because it's just looks like standing water.
It's like then I had that feeling that I hate when I get it. Is when you were checking the car and you're like,
checking, you get like that stomach drop. Yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, fuck, what is it? We're gonna have to replace a strut. I don't know what that is.
Thankfully, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but still, it still sucks.
It does.
Because then, but didn't that happen with? Didn't we have to replace like the front struts in Ethel once too? Because Tim had to make a special tool.
Yeah, we replaced both the front struts. I thought it took out one of the fronts, and we're supposed to replace them in pairs.
I thought it took out one of the back.
Maybe it did separately.
Because I remember you had to like pull apart, because
I do remember us being in the back for something.
Yeah, because you had to pull apart in the trunk like this carpet, and then you would see that's how you could see the strut.
Maybe I was just
strut
checking the back. I only remember doing the fronts.
Oh.
But I remember we did both of them. And one of them that showed up was either the incorrect part or something was weird on the car already. So yeah, we had to get those spacers cut up that Tim did.
Yeah.
They did like a laser cutter or whatever to cut the metal spacers to get that to actually fit correctly.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful when all my bad car stuff happened. We lived together and we lived next to Tim and Melissa.
So we had all sorts of resources as far as that.
And super nice resources too. Like he was so willing to help, which was very
especially
nice.
when it comes to car stuff.
Yes.
He's just like, oh sure, let me help.
And then he's like teaching me in that, which was really nice too.
even if not all of it stuck.
Yeah, but it was nice to learn it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But no, God, that stuff when people, I can't learn it. Well, I can learn it, but I just can't retain it. I don't like it, so I don't.
Well, and with a lot of learning things, the retaining part comes with doing it over and over again.
Right?
That's not something you want to be doing over and over again unless you're a mechanic.
I just subconsciously don't like it. So then I subconsciously delete it.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Man, I like working on cars. I don't like working on old broken ones.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to have a daily driver that works and then a fun project car.
That'd be really nice.
It'd be super fun.
It'd be really nice to so I've been looking at apartments in Ann Arbor. Because Sarah and I plan to move after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Is the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been looking at stuff, and because I've been looking at stuff, I've been talking about it a lot with like members and the credit union.
Right.
So they talk about their mortgages and their car loans and that to me, and they were talking about how they know people or they have one where their truck was $40,000 or $50,000, and that's
like what
that's
a brand new, right? That's like what brand new trucks cost though at like the base level.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It's ungodly. Yeah, people spend more money on their trucks than you can spend on a house.
Because
granted, $50,000 is a pretty shit tiny house, but it's still a house.
It's still a house, and I when I thought that, I cemented a vow I already made to myself of never buying something like leasing something like that or getting an auto loan. Man. Just buying used, buy it straight up in cash.
Honestly, when it comes to cars, if you can like have the cash to buy it used and kind of know what you're going into, way cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I understand the appeal of buying like a cheap used newer car on a loan or like a cheap brand new car on a loan, especially if they do a 0% interest.
Right. And I get that too. I just don't like cars enough to do that.
Yeah. I gotcha.
So I hate cars. So when I was looking at places in Ann Arbor,
you're like, where are the ones that are closest to downtown?
I was like, give me a minimum hour walking distance, able to have pets, and bike ride is under 20 minutes. And I found 2 that we really like. So I'm like, oh,
nice.
Yes.
Right, because if you can get away without having a car.
And they're both next to supermarkets.
Nice.
Trader Joe's, and then there's like a World Market.
Because that's the one thing about not having cars. When you have to go grocery shopping, you either you lug a bunch of stuff back or you be close and just go every day when you need something.
Right. And because I'm thinking about when we move down there, it'd be really nice to have my own car. But then I thought about how much I pay in gas each month.
How much you pay in insurance.
So that's like $180.
Just right there in gas and insurance, plus any maintenance and upkeep. And depending on the apartment, they may only have 1 or 2 parking spots.
Right.
Per place.
See, and $180 or $200 a month is student loan payment.
Yes. Student loan payment, a chunk of your rent.
Yep.
Groceries for half the month.
Yep. So I'm thinking I'll just see if Grace wants my car.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to her. I might just keep like the insurance on, and then she just pays me or whatever, or however
figure it out somehow.
That works. And then if she needs help upkeeping it, I'd help her with that too.
Right.
Because I'm not just gonna give her a car with.
Honestly, that car's been really good for you though.
And the car's been super good. All I need to replace, I don't really need to replace them soon. I'd like to maybe before I drive to the UP in June, and when we go to the beer fest. I don't know whose car would be better for that.
Either your car will take Ashley's Jeep. I don't want to drive my car that far.
I'd have to see how it handles in June, but it should be. But I would like new tires before then, at least new front tires, because it's front wheel drive.
Yes, you do need new tires.
Yeah, and struts are like fine.
Yeah,
but it would be nice to get new ones. But
I wouldn't bother replacing
them.
They're
fine, honestly,
because you'll replace them and hit a pothole.
Yep, that's true. Because Michigan doesn't like filling their potholes.
No, they don't.
It's awful.
No, yeah. My car, I don't think I would want to drive it up there. It'd probably be fine, but at this point, so much of what's underneath it is rust.
Gotcha. No, I'm totally fine with using my car. I just didn't know what your state your car was in, and I would like to get new front tires before I do that.
Yeah, ever since I dealt with the whole brake system on it, it's been fine and reliable.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But-
that's another thing.
Need to do some brake changes.
Yes.
All right.
Brakes and rotors
Okay. Yeah.
that I'll need to do.
Those are pretty cheap though.
Yeah, and plus I could just drive over to your house.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've been like considering getting a replacement car for like years now.
A while. Uh-huh.
And during the winter, we've had some really bad snowstorms, and we just got tires put on Ashley's Jeep because hers were worse than yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we got tires put on that so we could actually drive it in that. And I'm
Do you think
driving
mine
it.
are that bad?
I haven't looked at them in a while.
Okay.
I just remember him being kind of low the last time I looked at him.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So anyway, I'm driving this Jeep around, all-wheel drive. Well, it's four-wheel drive with new tires. And I'm like, man, this is really nice. It's like, maybe I should just get a small SUV to replace my car. But then...
With a lift.
Oh, God, no. I'm just going to get a truck and lift it. Found the local now. But then...
No exhaust.
You mean straight pipe.
Yeah.
Same thing. So, but then the more I think about it, the initial cost of SUVs is higher.
Mm-hmm.
Tires, as I found out, are significantly more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like for my car, I spent like $80 a tire for some really nice ones.
Yep.
I spent like $100. I spent like $90 to $100 a tire on her Jeep for like mediocre, crappy ones.
Uh-huh.
And then like brakes even is like twice as expensive for these big ass rotors.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I'm like, man, the upkeep, it costs expensive. I'd just rather get a car.
Right. No, I feel ya. I mean, and you have to in this town,
Yeah, you have to have a vehicle.
like to drive anywhere, especially.
Well, even if you lived at any apartment in town, it's like a couple miles to get to a grocery store.
Yep.
So you're either like getting a friend to take you, or you're walking, miles, or getting a
Or
taxi.
you're riding the awful dial-a-ride.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to take any groceries on there more than you can carry in your two hands.
Right. And plus where we live, you have to get into town.
Yeah.
With the car. Like
Yep.
that's why.
It's rural America.
Yeah. Yep. That's why when I was again looking for apartments, I was like, Sarah and I have these specific requirements, and I need to meet them. But
How much is rent in Ann Arbor?
so it's pretty cheap, and I say it's pretty cheap because we will be splitting a 1-bedroom.
Right. So
What we found, we never discussed like a price range, but I have an internal one of like I want my max. I will pay $700 a month for rent, but my max is $600.
okay.
And both of them that we have are between $500 and $600. We would each be paying in rent,
Okay,
and then
that's not bad.
one of them has one includes utilities.
Nice.
The other one doesn't, but includes like other things, and it's closer to downtown. Like each one has its perks in that.
In Ann Arbor, depending on where you're at, you can probably get some really good fiber internet.
Dude, I'm so excited because I was gonna set up that stuff, and then have, and then the layouts. I was looking at layouts.
Oh, right. That's important, especially in a small one.
I know, because I want like enough for my
Your little setup.
little office, because Sarah is weird and does not like desks. She's a hipster. Okay, she and Ashley.
She's a Mac user.
She's
She's a creative type.
oh yeah, those Insta types,
I mean that in the best possible way, Sarah.
Yes, but how she works on her projects are
On the floor or the
like
bed.
she'll be here just.
Just on her laptop.
I'm like, why are you doing that? Get a desk. No, I'm fine.
Oh, I love working at a desk.
I know, and I want another because I don't know if I want to keep bringing this with me. I think my parents might make me though.
I mean, it's pretty nice for just being able to, because like it just separates into nice 3 pieces. It's pretty light.
It is, but I want my tower
To be down below.
off the desk, so I have desk space to actually work on like physical, like if I want a deck build or if I want to do drawing on my tablet for my poetry site. There's just not enough room, because then I got that fucking blue box behind there too.
Right.
If I could move that in that corner where the tower is.
So with the blue box, what you can do, get a couple like screws and just mount it to the underside of your desk sideways.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
That's what I need to do it again, but that's how I had it done for a while.
Uh-huh.
And then if you do ever go monitor mount arms, that
Mhm.
kind of gives you more desk space too.
And I wanted, because I really like your one white desk you had
I mean, you can have it.
from Hayward. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to take you up on that. But I will miss the drawer space.
I mean, you don't have to take it now, but like if you want it, you can. But
Okay.
if like you turns out you want to move and you want to take that too, you could.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm yeah, I was like when I was looking at apartments, I was getting like super excited because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just ready for a change, you know.
I understand.
Yeah,
That. Mm-hmm.
and imagine like you guys visiting. We do stuff.
Right, because we'd be right downtown.
Yeah, I mean, even
Well-
if we wanted to walk, or they're both right next to bus stops too,
Mm-hmm.
so it'd be.
And then you don't have to worry about who's the DD.
Yeah, I know.
It's nice.
And have you ever been to Ann Arbor?
I don't think so. No,
It is-
I've been through there.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been like in Ann
Walking
Arbor
around
for a
in there?
reason. No.
It is. You'd really like it. It's so cool. It's like a little Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
it's a really cool place. When Sarah and I, because I've always wanted to move out of state, but then when
Right.
I would visit Sarah when she was down there last summer, and we drove through there, I was like, "Fuck,
It's kind of cool.
this sounds really cool." And so I was like, "I could see us, living here." And she's
Mhm.
like, "Really?" And I was like,
You got really
I
excited.
was
You're
like,
like,
"Fuck,
damn it, I committed."
damn it. But it's really cool and then again the pet friendly thing too, because I've again wanted to have pets,
Mhm.
and yeah, no, super excited.
It's fun and exciting for sure.
No, I know. You're gonna have to help me move.
I'm busy that weekend.
I don't know when it'll be.
I'm busy.
Yeah, no, you're gonna help me.
Could be like, Deb, I can't. Patrick
Patrick needs me.
Patrick needs me.
Boyfriend sense tingling.
That's right.
Then we can do our weekly Skype calls.
You mean nightly. And you mean Discord.
Yeah,
Nobody uses Skype.
I know. I told Sarah that we gotta call each other sometime this week, and she's like, "Yeah, we can do it over Skype." And I was like,
Who?
Fibbit.
Does Microsoft still own Skype?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you have to purchase it.
That's right. Skype for Business is the thing.
Yep, you have to purchase it through the App Store,
which
not
is stupid.
Purchase,
But you have to download it through
yeah,
the
because when
Windows
I
Store
did my
interview
I had to download Skype.
to do it, and you can only do it through there.
Yeah, and when I was Googling, I was like, "Where the fuck do I I can't download it." And then you have to do it through Windows Marketplace,
Yeah, it's stupid.
which is really dumb.
It is.
I don't like Skype either.
No.
I've never been a fan. It's probably because I've never been a fan of just video calling or
No. Yeah, I don't see too much the point of video calling.
I don't either.
Audio call is pretty good. Yeah, because I'm not just gonna like stare at a person and talk to them.
It's weird.
That's weird. Yeah,
It is. It's very.
It's even more weird than doing a regular phone call with somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Because then you get to see them, stare at them, and be awkward or be completely distracted.
And you're like, ugh,
Why am I doing this?
I have a hair in my eye.
That's why chatting and gaming is the best.
I know, because then you're both doing something.
Mm-hmm. Stay with us, man. Stay with
It's
us.
this fucking hair. Don't you hate when they get caught between your eyelashes and glasses?
I don't have that problem. The problem I have had, which is extremely painful, is every once in a while an eyelash will get like stuck sideways. It'll stab me in the eyeball.
That sounds awful.
It's excruciating.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? Is so right here
Mm-hmm.
on the other side, I have a zip right here.
Right in the crease behind the ear.
Dude, it fucking hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, and then one day I woke up, I have this whole like constellation right here of zips.
Constellation.
Dude, and neck zits hurt. And you know,
do.
and I've narrowed it down because doesn't it look like it's folding fabric?
Oh, it does a little bit.
Isn't that weird?
That is trippy.
So, for the longest time, and the reason that when I didn't do it at family video and I didn't do it at the credit union when I wearing collared shirts
Mhm.
is it makes me break out on my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been telling my bosses that because then it becomes uncomfortable and I actually become in pain because it hurts like right now.
Right.
Whenever they won't believe me. And so I was wearing collared shirts in that and now it's like, broken out and like right here, I got my constellation going on,
Right.
and it hurts. And I finally made the decision today. I'm like, you know what? Fuck the man. Like,
Just gonna go without a collared shirt.
Yeah, like fuck it.
Write
Like,
me up. Whatever.
it fucking hurts. It's annoying.
That's one of those things. Places that have a shaving policy too, where they require you to shave.
Yeah.
Some people, you shave and it just comes back as, you know, zits and ingrown hairs.
Yeah,
and pain.
me. That's why when it was that family video, I was like, no, it hurts. But they don't understand that.
No, because the people making those rules either don't have that problem
Or
just don't care.
Yeah, and I would get like the razor burns on my neck, and it just sucks.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And shaving your face every day just like irritates the shit out of it.
yeah, it does.
No matter how nice your face is.
I know, and especially with my facial hair. It grows back like this every day.
They're like little copper wires.
Yeah.
I've shaved Patrick's face a couple times. And like, you know, I've shaved my face. You're like, that's no problem. I gotta do Patrick's. I'm like, oh my God, you have like metal barbs sticking out of your face.
I gotta change a blade.
I gotta adjust this blade.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't understand. Right now though, super, you wanna feel it?
Yeah, I'll feel it.
Super soft.
Oh, that is pretty nice.
Yeah, I know. I'd ask you to feel my mustache.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, pretty soft, right? Yeah. It was like really big and bushy, and then I trimmed
So
it.
it had gotten pretty lax. And
Yeah. And then I trimmed it. I don't know why I trimmed it. Oh, because I haven't gotten my hair cut yet, so it looked really weird with this big bushy
You
beard.
looked like the classic hipster with shaved head and big ass beard.
Yeah, and the big like mushroomed hair going on, and
yeah.
like it sticks up a little on the top.
Did you see we accidentally scheduled a haircut for the same day?
So I did see that because I was looking through when we could like possibly record next, and I said, "I wonder what his Friday is like." And I looked over and I was like, "That fucker scheduled a haircut on the same day I did, but he did it before me." So Marcy will be like, "So Joshua scheduled a hair," and I'm like, "Oh, that bitch!"
I scheduled it before you?
No, I did.
Oh yeah, I thought you scheduled it.
Yeah,
before me.
but you're gonna go in first, and
Oh,
Marcy's
yeah.
gonna forget.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, so what are you guys doing this weekend that you did haircuts?
You gonna do another wedding?
Yep. Yep. Be like, oh, Patrick copied me.
Yeah, and then I'll go in and say, "No, yeah, Joshua copied me."
She'll be like, sure, Patrick, sure.
Yeah, and yeah, of course she will. She always does that because my big trait is being so animated, so of course she'll
Right.
be like, "Oh no,
He's over the top.
Yeah, Joshua was right."
I'll just totally bullshit it. She'll buy it.
I know. Yeah, that's true. You know what also sucks about my facial hair is sometimes like it will get so long it'll curl into my nose,
Ooh.
and I'll think it's a nose hair,
And then you pull it.
and I'm like,
Oh yeah, that one's just like sticking straight up.
"Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
and it's in my nose, and I'm like, nose hair." And then I pulled it, and I was like, "Ow, that
Not
fucking-
my nose
that
hair.
fucking hurt." Yeah.
Nose hair is another one of those things. It's just like it gets really long.
Yeah, and you gotta trim it constantly, and it grows really fast.
Like faster than all your other hair.
Yeah. My armpit hair, I can make baby ferrets.
My armpit hair is not that bad, but I do keep it trimmed back.
I do too. I keep
Otherwise, I don't get good deodorant application.
right. I trim my armpit hairs, and then I went back to trimming pubes. But I don't put baby powder on my pubes anymore because that apparently has led to a big study showing that it leads to ovarian cancer.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Just the really fine powder
yeah,
gets in.
yeah, and so then I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. But then I was thinking about sexual intercourse,
Okay, yeah.
and then I thought,
Well, and if it causes ovarian cancer, it's probably not great for anything else either.
yeah, I know. So then I was like, not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's probably good.
And I was like, then why do you put this on babies' bottoms?
We tried to kill them early.
Oh, just
It's all part of the man's plan to sterilize
Dude,
humans.
fuck the man.
That's his plan. You'll be sterilized when you do.
Well, that's fine.
I've been tempted to just one day when I have a week off from work to try and grow a beard.
You gotta.
The only problem I have is right in here is really thin coming in. The rest of it comes in pretty thick now.
You just gotta keep shaving it, and then it should grow back, right?
shave it every day, man.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. Dude, when we go to the beer fest, just
Let it go.
stop shaving the
Let
week
it go.
before, and then we'll look like two gay hipsters. when
We're trying really hard to grow a beard.
Yeah, I know. And then, you'll stand next to me, and then I'll have the full beard,
And I'll feel inadequate.
and then I'll just be like, yeah, he tried.
Hashtag you tried.
They have It's gonna be really cool because they have so much beer.
So much beer.
And then we'll have a hotel that's in town.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to walk
So
far.
we can stumble.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we go up Friday,
Okay.
come back Monday,
What day is it?
Saturday.
Saturday. You
So
want to come back Monday?
trust me, we'll get wasted. Trust me. And I don't really want to drive back wasted on Sunday.
Okay.
I was fine doing it last time I went to Beer Fest because my dad drove.
Oh,
and my
okay.
dad is a tank when it comes to drinking.
Right.
So I was fine with that. But yeah. So
I can work with that.
Friday to Monday is what I was thinking.
Okay.
If you're down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because and it's so much fun. Just walking around, and then you'll see like there's a whole line of porta potties, like 30 in a row.
Dang. So you don't have to wait half an hour to, take a leak.
I mean, you'll still wait, trust me.
Yeah.
But I went in. I somehow got separated from my dad, so I was like flirting with older women, like 60.
course.
We're just like talking. Then my dad's gone. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then the older lady I was with was like, what are you looking for? Well, I was with my dad, but I guess I'm with you now. And she's like, oh, okay. So we're like walking around and like trying different beers and that. And I was like, oh, I think I have to vom. So I gotta excuse myself. She's like, okay. Never saw her again. And so I get to a porta potty. I'm just, waiting in line. And I finally get to one. And I'm like, I have to puke. And I puked and I was fine. But when you have to puke.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in there longer than everyone else because everyone would go in to just pee.
Right.
And so I came out, and when this girl comes up, she goes, "Did you puke in there?" Nah, you're good. And so like she left, and I just started laughing because she went
following that up. Oh, that's like, unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. And then I just sat next to and I'll show you when we're up there. Black Rock's the brewery that's up. Well, there's Black Rock's in Ordog, but Black Rock's up there. Their big logo thing is this is it like an not an HMV the Volkswagen vans, like the hippie vans. Yep. They have one of those where they brew beer out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so they park it there, and I was just chilling by there, like drinking their beer by this tree, sitting down, and I stole someone's chair. And my dad calls, so like, where are you? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm by the hippie van.
I'm by the hippie van, by this tree, and I'm just drinking beer. And he's like, okay, I know where you are. And then so he showed up. But yeah, it was really fun.
Nice.
It's really, really fun. And then Marquette is like a very tiny Ann Arbor, whereas Ann Arbor is a very tiny Toronto.
Right.
It's really nice. And there's some really cool places to eat too. And they got a game store. They got a game store. They got a music store. They got a bookstore. They got a game comic store. They got a lot of stuff. A lot of cool stuff. It's just really cool when I was up there one of the weekends, my mom and I got really drunk. Okay. She got really drunk. I realized I should stop. And so we walked around all the neighborhoods because Mrs. Pickett, you didn't have her in 5th grade.
No, but I know who she is.
Yeah. She was teaching abroad, and then she's retiring in Marquette. So we were like checking out her house. And then in these neighborhoods were all these little convenience stores.
That's
liquor
cool.
stores where you could just walk up and get liquor, and then like every 2 blocks.
Dang.
Yeah, it was really cool.
The kind of thing where you're like, man, I could really go for this right now. Let's just take a stroll down the street.
Yeah, so you just walk 2 blocks and it's right there.
God, that would be dangerous.
Oh, I know. And every house was unique, and every road's it
wasn't just, that cookie cutter suburb.
Yeah. It's super cool. Soup's cool.
So cool.
I know.
So good.
I know. So good. And there's the beach.
Nobody cares about the beach.
When you have a beer and you're on the beach, you will.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You'll be like, oh, the beach is really nice.
That's the best part about beaches is laying in the sun.
And drinking. And then falling asleep. Waking up sunburned.
Man, that's what I need to do when we go camping. I just need to bring like a case of beer.
Why don't you?
I don't know if they allow it on the beach.
Fuck it. They do it anyway,
Right? I just need to, because they always want to go swimming, and I'm like, I'll just sit on the beach because it's warm and nice here.
Yeah, and it's not wet.
And then Ashley's like a goddamn fish, and she's like, let's go swimming. I know the water's 40 degrees, but it's comfortable.
God, really?
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah, she's terrible about that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like, no, I don't want to swim in that. I will die.
Mhm.
I will catch hypothermia.
So, a shark will get me.
Apparently, I'm being dramatic when I say hypothermia, but
No, a fucking shark.
I'm not worried about the shark.
I would be. Freshwater.
Yeah, the freshwater sharks.
Freshwater crocodiles with their long, nasty snouts. Those motherfuckers.
You should retire in Florida.
No, fuck no. Someone told me that the other day when I was talking to them about my fear of crocs. And they're like, yeah, you should go down to Florida sometime. Maybe conquer that fear. And I'm like, bitch, you're crazy.
It's just really fun to feed into that fear you have.
It's awful. I don't know why. It's because I made it myself. I made the fear myself. I'm like, oh, that would be really scary. Oh, that is scary. Oh, Jesus.
You were probably just like under the influence and thinking about Crocs, and you're like, oh my God, I'm terrified.
I don't know how it started. I know it started. Oh, well, I don't know how I got onto what I watched, but I don't know if I was intoxicated or not. But on YouTube, they have like all those streaming clips, you know?
Okay.
Like, oh, we're streaming all these episodes of South Park or whatever, like constantly. There was one of all the Animal Planet compilations.
Okay.
And I clicked on it and turned to the one that was jaguars killing crocodiles.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's cool because crocodiles, they're kind of just assholes. And I was watching this. And then, of course, because YouTube does that stupid thing of when you watch something, it starts recommending things.
You watched one thing about Crocs? Have all the Crocs.
Yeah, and so it was about croc attacks, and then blah, blah, and I'm watching these, I'm like, oh, this is kind of creepy. This is scary. And then I Googled, largest croc, and then immediately became terrified by how big,
those things can get.
Like fucking...
as long as this room.
A bus. Like the guy was...
like the 30-footer, like...
Did you see the one that fights sharks?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna show you this.
That's like one of the things. Not so much crocodiles in general, but you see any of that footage of Jungle Land, and you have those deep, murky, like almost brown rivers.
You can't see it.
You can't see anything, and they're all filled with crocodiles and pythons.
Oh, the pythons are terrifying too. They're huge.
They are like as big around as a big ass wine bottle,
and they become bigger though.
Oh yeah, they can become huge and just super long. Yeah, they're terrifying.
Where's the one?
Has Pete ever told you the story about him trying to shoot a giant snake in Africa?
No.
Okay, so oh man, this has been forever since I've heard him tell this story. But basically, him and Johanna were in Africa, the early part of their marriage, doing missionary work. And so they're in Africa. God, that thing is massive.
And it's missing a leg because it bites sharks and it bit off. There's a whole article about him.
Oh, geez. That thing is huge.
Yeah, dude. Look at that. That's my whole body.
Yeah. His head is the size of your whole body.
Imagine just seeing that.
I'd shit myself.
I would shit myself. It's like
you'd be like, a little snack.
Yeah. It's like when we were talking about the T-Rex scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be like, nope. No.
I mean, they're about the closest thing you're going to get to a T-Rex.
This is how I fucking die. That and a chicken.
No, yeah. So long story short, they're in Africa, and there was apparently this big ass, I don't know if it was a python, but one of those big ass, mean ass snakes.
In like the village?
Near one of the villages, because it would, eat sheep.
Fuck.
Yeah. So it would like eat their livestock. And Pete, being, the cocky person he is, was like, I'm just going to shoot it.
God damn. I'm from Michigan.
And so the way he tells the story is it's like across the river from him. And it's not a huge river, but it's a big snake. He'll get there. And it's like sunbathing, but it has his head like tucked in the rest of them. So it's like, well, I could shoot it, but I'm not going to get it in the head.
Yeah.
It's stuck down there. So he apparently convinced like one of the locals to shoot it with an arrow first, and then like it would pop his head up and he was going to shoot it in the face. So somebody hits it with an arrow or whatever, get its attention, immediately dives into the water. He misses, but disappeared.
Oh, fuck.
Right. That's like one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, I'm dead.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That'd be terrifying.
That would be. Oh yeah.
Because how you described it was like quick.
Right. Yeah. That's what it sounded like. It was
Quick.
a quick fucker.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah. No.
No, there's this one video I remember seeing of it was somewhere in Africa, just the slew of crocodiles on this giant. I'm just getting chills thinking about this. It's like all on this bank above this little dock, and people can look down and they see all these crocodiles, like probably 15 feet.
I gotta imagine falling.
So there's this guy down here. Okay. God. He's picking up the tail of all these, taking a stick and whacking them or whatever, and one of his buddies is in the middle of it filming it, okay? And so the guy whacks this one to the point where that one snaps and tries to bite the guy, but that signals all the other ones to just swarm onto the guy, and then the video cuts with the guy running into the river and all of the forms just commotion in the camera.
He was dead.
Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck, right there.
Okay, well that's what you get for fucking taunting wildlife that's minding their own business.
And for crocodiles, like they apparently are pretty
chill unless you go after them.
Yeah,
territorial.
Yeah, and just fuck no.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
They are, and they're so low to the ground too. So like they could hide under your bed, and then they would come out.
Think about that a lot.
Yes, I do. When my feet are exposed.
So remember that time we were playing Cabela's?
Yes, my feet feel weird right now.
They could be under the couch.
I know. God, if someone was like, "Hey, do you want a little baby croc?" I'd run over I would have no guilt setting it right behind my back tire, wedging it under there, and then just reverse.
It's a little mean for the baby croc.
I don't care because it's gonna grow up to be a cocksucker.
Just take it to the zoo, man.
I could, or just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, just flush it down the toilet. Then the whole city will be run rampant with giant crocs.
So, I'm glad we didn't play this game. Well, we played a demo of it. So Resident Evil 2, there's a giant croc that chases you in the sewer.
Ooh.
And I've been watching I watched a Let's Play of it, and I'm like, oh, thank God we didn't follow through with that.
Oh, that would have been amazing to play with you.
Oh God, it would have been a surprise of like, I can't. I would have been frustrated because I would have died first. And then I would have had to leave the room. I can't.
Bonus points if you wet yourself.
Oh yeah. There needs to be. Oh, they have one. Crocodile.
Yeah, crocodile.
Yeah, I was gonna say why don't they have a crocodile?
Yeah, they've got him.
I like crocodile.
He's pretty chill.
Yeah,
he's got some great, ability.
Yeah,
stats, moveset even.
Yeah, and I hate Danny when you called my shiny crocodile looked like poo. Fuck you, because guess what? It swept your team, bitch.
You like to hold grudges, don't you?
Not just against assholes.
Okay.
I only
Crocodile's good for sweep setups.
Oh yeah. Oh, I set him up and choice banded the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. That's the best when you can like plan a setup like that, clear the immunities from their team, and then just you get that one sweet sword dance in, and you're like,
oh yeah,
this game.
Oh yeah,
you don't have anything for this.
Oh yeah. No, I just didn't like Danny, and you know why? Yeah, that's why. Just fuck you. But no, I love on Monday, I was in Meyer because I wanted to buy you beer.
Okay.
2 for your birthday, and I was like, yeah, I'll look at the Pokemon cards because maybe I'll get them a pack, like just a pack.
Just a pack. We see how that escalates.
And so I saw, that they had the XY Evolution pack for the $5 or whatever it was. And then I saw the clearance bin. I was like, I wonder if they're actually on clearance. And I was looking through them and I found those XY Evolutions. And I scanned those, and they were like the $7. $7 for 3 packs,
right?
And like a shiny
steal for when they're usually like $4.
Yeah. Pack. So I was like, okay. So I bought all those, and then I saw that they had the new expansion come out with the starter deck of that Charizard or whatever, and so then I made a commitment that I would at least take this up as a hobby to actually competitively do it.
I gotcha.
Yeah, because I wanted to do something like that because I wanted to get back into battling. but I need to buy Ultra Sun and Moon, and since it's a video game, I have to beat 5 games too.
And by the time that happens, you're just gonna buy the new Pokemon game
Yeah.
anyway.
So, and I want it, and then I could use Showdown because I don't know the new meta now at all.
Oh yeah, no.
But no, I wanted to. I don't know, because it's like it's an easy trading card games.
Really easy to get into.
Super easy to get into, especially if you start someone with like a competitive, like a board game that's a card game.
Yes, yeah.
Because I got Sarah started on the Harry Potter one, so if she likes
Card
Pokemon,
games.
then I'll have someone to play it with.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Ashley bought 2 whole decks.
Yeah, she's still got Pokemon. I don't think she ever played with them, but
Yeah, and it's super easy to learn.
yeah, it's pretty easy.
It's really fun.
So it wasn't like the last time we were in Meyer and we saw these Pokemon cards that were marked for clearance and we'd scan them on the machine and it would be like original price.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But there was one because I bought myself a triple pack of. I was gonna go. Because I didn't have a triple pack of the team up expansion.
Okay, the new one.
Yeah, so I was like, what's the most recent one they have that's in this clearance bin? And it was the like Uprising or something or whatever. That one was in there and not marked down. And I was gonna go, I could complain. But then they would say any fucker could just put this in the clearance.
Moved it in there.
Yeah,
right.
so then I was like, whatever. Well, it was like that thought of I could complain, but I'm not that guy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Then they also had the random $60, not $60,
60 card deck.
60 card thing that you could buy. I don't know how much that was.
I don't know, but they never like specify what they're from, so they could all just be
Like ass cards.
or from some other, series that you didn't want.
Yeah, and so with the TCG, so I did a Google search.
Okay, a Google search.
A YouTube search. I have been Google.
I mean, that's still
searching it.
Google.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'll YouTube Pokemon trading card game. And there's this guy. Shout out to him. I don't know his actual name, but his channel is Tricky Jim, and he's TCG guy.
Okay.
Does streams in that and travels to all the
events and competitions
and competes in them. He also owns a game store or is like a manager or something.
Or part owner or something.
Yeah. Oh, I think Mahone. That's his last name. Andrew Mahone.
Okay.
Of Tricky Jim. And he has vlogs of
any relation to Post Malone?
No, that's what I thought of though. No wonder it sounded so familiar. I was like, that sounds like something.
Yeah, it sounds like it rhymes with it.
Yeah. But he also he did vlogs of his times at each of these events. So I was like, oh, I'll watch these because then you can actually see and like be there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, it'd be really cool to get into these, especially because then he started. Because you'll understand when people are like talking stats and that.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, my boner is.
So it's just like, oh man, I'm so excited.
Oh my god, he's talking about like strategies and trainer cards and different types of.
That must be how people feel like when they talk about like sports teams and who traded who for whom.
It's totally what it is. Or like cars. So I just got a big double lift on my fucking axle of my 24 gauge shotgun.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Like,
Nailed it.
Oh wow. But no, it totally is.
Yeah.
Because when you sit down with your
bros
and they go, so fucking Andrew Graffiti fucking nailed that 3-pointer last night, and yeah, but he's not as good as Andrew Mahoy because his stats are 3.8 FGs over 29 points per game. So, fucking his MBI is so good. They're really not playing well this year, but if they would have switched up their stats. But yeah, it's that shit. It's that
know just barely enough about sports to pull in like random acronyms and phrases.
Dude, I'm so good at fucking. I'm so good when it comes to bullshitting sports with people. I got the hair.
You got it?
Yeah, it's like a giant.
No,
fuzz.
you did not get the hair. I can still see it.
Where is it?
It's right.
Oh, I meant like the fuzz that was getting knocked
Oh,
in.
I'm talking about the hair that's like sticking straight up into your nose.
Oh no, that's gonna be a
pulled.
Yeah. But no,
I got one on your chin that's like sticking straight out.
It's got like
that's good. It's good.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not. Never, don't worry about it. I won't stare at it for the rest of this
sesh. What was it? Oh, I'm really good at bullshitting sports because I know enough to bullshit like, oh yeah, if he would have, done this quarter blitz like 2 downs ago, they would have gotten that 20-yard touchdown. Oh, yeah. But if Andrew Knight did this, he would have been able to, get past Steve Gomi.
Anytime somebody does a skit about like bullshitting their way through sports, it's like, yup. You don't need to know too much.
You don't.
But, or like watching sports games that you're not familiar. You wait for the yellow flag and you go, oh, come on, ref.
They're like, yeah, right, dude. And you're like, yeah.
Or, you'll hear the crowd boo and you'll be like, oh, you didn't see that, ref?
Yeah, suck my dick. Dude, nice. Oh. And you high five. God, I remember the first Thanksgiving that I went to with Sarah. To Sarah's Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. It was her mom's side. And they're big sports fans. And so we were sitting down and watching it was like a college, I don't know if it wasn't a bowl game. I think it was just a regular season game. And I was sitting
They not do a bowl game during Thanksgiving?
The major ones are usually in January.
Okay.
And
I know so much.
Yeah, it's okay. And because they lead up to I swear to God, the NCAA and NFL like are in cahoots because it leads like right up to the Super Bowl, like the playoffs.
Yeah.
But no, I was sitting next to Sarah's dad, and her cousin was sitting next to me too. And it was an Alabama or maybe a Missouri game. And I was just like bullshitting about sports. And then that's like when I had a first like actual conversation with her dad.
It's over sports.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then the cousin's like, yeah, Patrick. Because he was like, yeah. I'm like, did we just met? And he's like, yeah. And then we talked about hunting. And I haven't been hunting I hunted once. Like once. And I hated it.
I've never been deer hunting.
I haven't. It sucks. It's very long.
I think the only time I went hunting was for squirrels on like 1 or 2 occasions.
Oh, what was that like? Do you just sit?
Less boring?
Because you're moving?
Yeah, you're moving a little bit more.
Okay.
But you're still kind of, waiting for there to be a squirrel. But
it's not fun.
No, it's not.
I like nature, but it's not fun.
It's not fun to, go stalk it in the freezing cold.
Right.
At 4 a.m.
Right?
Yeah.
Though I do love fishing.
Fishing I can get behind.
I love fishing.
Unless you're like a diehard fisher who's like ice fishing or we have to get up at the break of dawn.
Oh, fuck that. Because that's what 9 and 10 News said.
Because that's when a lot of bigger fish are apparently more active.
Yeah.
So, but I don't want to do that.
No. I just want to go out on my pontoon and just fish from this to this.
You mean fish from the cooler for a beer?
Yeah. And then if I catch something,
great.
Cool.
If not, I had like 4 or 5 beers.
Yeah. Because when I went to Canada with my dad and like a couple of his friends, we went to Cabby Lodge, which was this place in the middle of the wilderness in Canada. And all we did for 5 days was we woke up super early because it's strictly a fishing place.
Right.
And then you would go to breakfast and their chef would make you anything you wanted. There was no menu. You just asked and he made it.
It's amazing.
Right? And then your lunch was
what you caught.
What you caught. You would fillet it.
Prep it.
Yeah. All right after you caught it. So it was the best fish I've ever had.
Oh, that fish is delicious.
Oh, because they had... So in their lake that they own, the people who own this place or whatever, there are islands and little jetties, like outcrops that you would walk to that are designated fishing spots, and they were placed there for people to explore the land. So there would be like a little like island, like stone column in the middle of the lake you would walk to, and there's a fishing pit where you could fillet and...
That's cool.
Yeah. And so that would be lunch, and then dinner was always a set like whatever time, and it would be a set item, but it was always good.
Right.
Always super good. And then it would just be like beer drinking, go to bed.
That would be my kind of fishing.
Repeat. It was so fun. And you would catch monster fish.
Yeah, I'm sure they stocked it with some very nice fish.
Oh God, yeah, it was awesome. I was gonna say something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, I remember when I mentioned Cabby Lodge to John.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then John
probably saw his eyes light up.
You been to Cabby Lodge? Yeah, once. Oh my God, we're friends now. And then every time we hung out, he mentioned it.
You could just bring up beer and you'd be friends with John.
I know. Oh, that was so funny.
One thing I'll miss about living on the river is you can't just, go sit by the river and drink a beer and pretend to fish.
Right? I really like that. And in my Mary Jane phase, just sitting out smoking a joint and then watching the river and then just waving at everyone. They're like, hey. And I'm like, hey.
And you're all like, hey.
Yeah. And
Super
they're like, you want to join? I don't want to go downstairs right now.
I will fall.
Trust me. That was super fun.
Yeah. But then there's all the bad parts about living on a river.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about that.
No.
I do remember waking up one day.
Go on.
We had coffee and like we were staring out in that living room out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was you or I think because we were standing next to each other. We're like, wasn't there a tree there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
yeah.
Was there a tree there? And then I went to my room because I could see the tree and I was like, oh my God, there was a tree there.
There was this big ass oak tree that was right on the edge of the water and like huge thing. Can't miss the fucker.
Uh-huh.
And just overnight, windstorm or whatever, just all fell into the river there.
And totally missed it somehow.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
You feel like you'd hear that.
It must have fallen really slow.
That explains the whole thing. If a tree fell in the forest.
And nobody was there to hear it. It still fell, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Problem solved.
Yeah, dang. Yeah, that was nuts. What were you going to say?
Oh, well, the one problem about living on the
Squirrels.
river- okay, there were so many squirrels there for some reason.
They
Little nasty fuckers. They would get into like the soffit in the house, and the cats would hear the squirrel and like the roof and be like, "Oh man, fuck!"
Oh yeah, I just remember
them jumping on your face.
Oh my God, yeah, because the squirrels were there for the longest time on my side, and they would never run over to your guys'.
Of course not.
And so no one ever like really believed me that there were squirrels in the wall. And so I remember waking up one day just like, and I'm like, you're just like punching shit, waking up, and there's like 4 cats on top of me, just like following the sounds of the squirrel, all for every morning.
Oh God.
God damn.
There was the jackass who went catfishing at 2 a.m. with the generator and the spotlights.
I do remember that.
That's a problem. Really loud, really bright.
I do remember that. I forgot about that, but I remember that.
Yeah, Ashley remembers that very well.
Oh, I bet she does.
She hates that man. He is. And then occasionally, if you were outside and you just wanted to be alone, thered be somebody who was like, "Oh, there's shade here. I'm gonna fish off of your deck from my boat."
Yep.
And it's like, "Hey, I get it. I just want a little privacy."
Yeah, right? Like fucking stay away. And then we had the remember, okay. So the first night we moved into this river house, there's this house next to us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole story.
So Josh and I are chilling on the doing our thing, chilling on the back porch, and they're making this it's like 9-10 at night.
Probably, yeah.
And they're making it's pitch black. They're making loud fucking noise at this house next door.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm looking over and I'm like, I bet they're making drugs in that house. Like I was just throwing that out on the whim.
That could be it.
Yeah. I was like, and then Josh was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. And they kept doing this.
It would be like super late at night once it got dark. And like on the outside, they started to like remodel kind of. Yeah, but they were making really slow progress.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, they're making, they're doing construction on the inside.
And they're just, working at night because that's when they have time.
Yeah, yeah. And so a year goes by, we move next door to Tim and Melissa, then we move back to the river house. So it's been 2 years. They're still doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, I'm taking a shit in my bathroom.
And Ashley and I are home. We hear a knock at the door. So Ashley goes and gets the door, I think it was.
Yep.
And it's a state trooper. He's like, hey, can I come in and ask you guys some questions? And so we're like, sure. So we're talking with him. And he's like, hey, so you guys happen to notice anything about the truck your neighbor has here?
Forgot to mention the part of Ashley. Somehow was I brought up or something? Because Ashley...
Eventually, yeah.
And then, because Ashley comes to the bathroom while I'm taking a shit, knocks on the door. Hey, hey, Patrick? Yeah? Can you come out by chance?
Kind of in the middle of something.
Yeah? Why? Just come out. okay. And so like mid shit, you're like, and then I come out and then I'm like,
Well, because
oh.
I think what happened is he had asked us if we had seen his truck there, because that was kind of the point of his asking, was if we had seen it there the night before or something. And I was working third shift at the time, so I'm like, I wouldn't have seen it. It was dark when I left and came home.
Right.
Ashley said she didn't see anything, but we said, our roommate might have. He's in the other room. We'll see if we can get him.
And then that's how I got out of the bathroom.
So in talking with the state trooper, he's like, yeah, so the neighbor, his truck was found in a ditch somewhere, and he, reported it stolen. They thought that was kind of fishy because it was crashed, and they figured he was probably, drunk, intoxicated, trashed it, and then just reported it stolen. Well, then, probably a couple weeks later, longer than that, maybe?
I think it was longer than
that.
Because I think I was starting to move out. And that's when I think because I remember driving by one day and there was
a notice out front.
Yeah, and then a please do not cross stuff drape tape or whatever. And I think you brought it up, or I asked. I think it was at that birthday party Ashley had. Mm-hmm. And we were sitting out on the deck, and then you mentioned, so they totally got busted for cooking meth.
Yeah, they've been cooking meth in this house next door to us this entire time.
And I'm like, fucking nailed it!
And they apparently, had state cops there, dogs and everything one day. I must have been sleeping or something, and they came in and busted them, 3 of them.
It's funny that I nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed it. They were doing drugs. They were making meth.
Oh, yeah, dude. Right on the river.
Right on the river. Just living the high life.
I'm surprised, because apparently, it's smelly.
Apparently, they did a really good job of keeping that under control, though.
Right? Yeah, I didn't.
I couldn't have.
I didn't smell shit.
No.
They just covered it up with sound. Like, God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Construction. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, going into that house after it had, they had all been taken away. It's just like, it was gutted trash. There was no walls in that house, no floor.
Oh, wow.
It was like dirt everywhere.
Oh, wow.
There was a room with a mattress and just piles of needles.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You went in there?
Yeah. It was when Ashley's cat Luna went missing. So we were looking around over in there. Oh, my God, it was filthy, disgusting.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Like, at that point, you should have just torched the place.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, it was, yeah.
That's crazy.
It's the kind of place where if you walked around in it barefoot, you would probably come out with HIV.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
It was.
Oh, wow. Well, at the end of that.
Yeah, on that note, thanks for listening. Catch us next week.
Yeah.
Here on the iTunes or wherever you're listening.
Yeah, on the YouTubes.
The YouTubes? Those are the only places we're at. SoundCloud. Are we on SoundCloud?
No, it's on like whatever the hosting site is.
Okay, we're on that hosting site.
SoundCloud's for musicians.
We are musicians.
I gotta pee.
Bye.